One of the most disgusting so-called progressive media out there is TYT. I think pretty much everybody who is engaged in progressive left politics knows that, whether they choose to admit it or they choose not to. Everybody's pretty much on the same page, whether we're talking about Nico House in terms of who and what TYT is. When you speak in terms of Jimmy DORE, I think that Jimmy DORE has been very clear. You know, this is obvious to everybody. And when you speak in terms of Tim Black, the not so well known Tim Black, who's also doing great work, you know. And yes, Kyle Kalinske. Kyle Kalinske has no problem pretty much saying that TYT is wrong on so much. As a matter of fact, Kyle Kalinske has very little in common with TYT. Unfortunately, that's more than I can say for Jimmy DORE. Now, it appears that Jimmy DORE left TYT, but TYT never left him. Jimmy DORE has a very different type of politics that is identical to that of TYT, not his politics, but his approach. Both TYT and Jimmy DORE are all about hyperbole. This is what they market. TYT markets in hyperbole and in reading minds, reading hearts, telling you what everybody is thinking because they're such great psychics. And Jimmy DORE, don't know if he picked that up at TYT. That even though his politics may be different from that of TYT drastically, he certainly has that TYT thing about him where he also is very hyperbolic and over the top. And both those forces, TYT and Jimmy DORE, are putting a cancer on the progressive movement by being firm on the so-called ability to read intent and to name call and to say whoever is being paid by who. Jimmy DORE always knows who's being paid by who and that all the person's motives is all money. Jimmy DORE, that's his typical rant. TYT, same thing. This is who the both of them are. Is that good for the progressive movement? That's up for you all to decide. Especially those of you who are all rallying around Jimmy DORE for his hyperbole and, I might add, lies. He lied about Kyle Kalinske. You may say, oh, he didn't come out and say that, but he went online. He found a tweet that was lying about Kyle Kalinske. And some of you would say, oh, well, yes, the tweet said that, but when Jimmy liked that incorrect tweet, he actually had something else in his mind. You will go ahead and keep justifying and rationalizing somebody liking a tweet filled with lies. The tweet had lies about Kyle Kalinske in it. And Jimmy DORE jumped on that tweet and liked it. He liked a tweet that essentially stated, and you know what the tweet said, essentially stated that Kyle Kalinske refused to call out what our government is doing in Syria and refused to quote Aaron Matei. All of it is lies. You know it. But you know what? Some of you take cover for somebody and try to make excuses. So instead of Jimmy Dore apologizing, he goes and he finds another tweet where one of his sycophants is excusing Jimmy Dore's liking a tweet of lies by stating, oh, the point he was actually trying to make. Now you see this other stuff, and now Kyle is the bad guy. Kyle now has to go trying to prove that he has been, because this was the charge, that he called the everything in Syria drama. You could all could call it what you want, but this is the TMI version of progressive politics. For all his good, he has picked up that virus of knowing the thoughts and intents, what's going on in somebody's heart, reading intent.